We're here in the UK with Torex on one of their customer evening events, and John Dunman, the Vice President, has kindly agreed to give us 10 minutes of his time just to put us in the picture about Torex, about what their plans are for the future and their objectives. So what is the most important aspect about Torex, John?
Well, for me, there is no single aspect. For me, everything is important. The staff, our software, the customers—they're all part of the process within Torex. From my point of view, I just cannot separate any one and say that particular point is more important than anything else. Our customers are clearly very important to us, but so are our staff, because at the end of the day, they're the people that serve the customers. Yes, I may lead them, but at the end of the day, on my own, or the customers on their own, or their technology on their own is no good. Everybody's there as a team, and we try and look at that as a team with the customers.
As being the Vice President, what do you personally enjoy most about your job?
That's a good one, Sandra. To be honest, it's the delight on the staff's faces when they know they've done a really good job. A couple of recent incidents, we had a major project review board whereby a project manager explains where he's got to on a major project in front of the entire Torex board, and seeing a very young project manager explain to the entire board that every single indicator on that project was green, and the delight on his face at the reaction from the board was just fantastic. I get a real buzz out of that. And recently we had a scenario whereby we launched a new product into a new market for one of our customers in Belgium, and it went in first time successfully, which for a new project, and watching the staff move from a position whereby the customer was clearly nervous to one whereby the customer was absolutely delighted by what they'd done, and seeing these guys get a buzz out of that, I really enjoy that. That really is the best part of my job.
How do you think your customers are coping with these difficult economic times at the moment?
Well, to be honest, it's hard on everyone in the fuel market at the moment, and I think it varies as to how people cope in different territories. I mean, certainly in the UK, it's a very developed retail market, and therefore people have a good opportunity in order to capitalise on the retail aspect of their business, perhaps a little more than they did in the past, and that compensates for the difficult fuel market. It's more difficult in other parts of Europe because you get into places whereby you've got unattended fuel sites, and so they're only the only area in which they can compete or trade with the customers is that fuel element. So their only choice is to be better than their competitors in that environment. So that's about the quality and the look and feel of the site is about the only chance they have then to compete. There is no doubt it is very hard out there for fuel retailers.
John, consumers are deeply concerned about the continuing high price of fuel. So what do you think retailers can do about this?
Well, it's very hard, because at the end of the day, the fuel prices are driven by by simple economics, by the laws of supply and demand. So the retailers themselves can't actually do much about the price of fuel. The only opportunity they've got is to try and compete on other factors. So that by default means the retailing aspects of their business really do become more and more important. It's an area that, particularly in the UK, you find that because the convenience offering now has merged with the fuel offering, at least the retailers get the chance there to drive up their retail sales to partly compensate. And to be honest, certainly we've seen that the UK consumer has started to drive shorter distances because of those fuel prices. So that retail offering in the site, by default, it's closer to them. They've not driven so far, so the fuel retailer gets an opportunity there. As I said before, I think that it's harder in some areas in Europe because you don't have that opportunity in an unattended site. But there is no doubt that some of the best unattended sites that I've visited across Europe really are smart and bright and clean, and that persuades consumers in, and therefore it really is about being better than your competitor, striving to be the best.
Torex has always been known as a point-of-sale company. So with this ever-changing market landscape, do you think that is still appropriate now?
We made a decision about 2 years ago that at the end of the day we needed to offer our customers more than just simply point of sale. And over that time, we've evolved to make sure that we have a complete range of products for customers, so we can sell them the point of sale, a back office system, a head office system, and the constituent parts of that. So whether that's business analytics to allow them to drill down into the basket data for their retail sales, or ERP systems. We're a Microsoft Navision dealer, so we can sell them Nav, which allows them to do matrix pricing, to run their financials, to run a warehouse if they've got that associated with the business. So rather than simply concentrating on point of sale, we can offer them that whole end-to-end solution. So if they're a very large dealer running 100, 200, 1,000 sites, it doesn't matter. Our systems are scalable, and we can solve the entire end-to-end piece for them. And I think it's particularly important that we've incorporated with that the retail aspects of life. So, for instance, in some of the Belgian sites, a motorway service area may well sell fuel. It's a C-store, and it's got a self-service restaurant. And we've developed the capability of having a single POS to be able to operate in all three of those environments. So the staff can move between one environment and the other and see very little difference. And I think that's been a desperately important development for us in order to be able to support the customers from start to finish across their business.
So I can see the change in the software. Is there anything else you do to help your customers?
Yes, I think just being a software provider now isn't enough, and we've concentrated very hard on finding ways of helping customers to get the most out of the solutions they bought from us. So historically, you would have sent trainers out who have gone to sit with the customer and do the training. Now we can also offer customers the opportunity to do online training, and indeed that's part of the purpose of being here this evening, is to showcase and demonstrate some of those products to customers. There's nothing like them being able to come and see them without the pressure of a salesman there. And aspects like that, being able to find them good partners that they can work with and give them a choice of partners for other services such as wet stock management and things like that. And we feel that our job is there to try and produce that all-encompassing landscape to help the customers.
So what is actually the plan for tonight? What are your objectives of this customer evening event?
Well, it's a customer evening. We're here to have fun, of course. And whilst having a bit of fun and allowing customers to interact with us in a less formal environment, but also with each other, and as I say, to see some of this new technology. In fact, some of the things we've got here are products that are not launched, and we're looking for customer input to see what they think of those products, and quite frankly allow them to come along and break them if they want, because it's very good. We've got some of the development team here, and that's a great experience for the customers. It shows them what we're doing, and allows them to see, if you like, some of the backroom guys, and show that it's not just the sales force that they can see. It is the whole of Torex that they see, our whole organisation.
Thank you very much, John. Finally, can I ask you, what do you personally think about Petra Plaza? Do you like it? Do you use it?
Yes, I mean, to be fair, I actually really think that there's benefit there. I mean, most people have a relatively short amount of time when they're trying to research something, and I think the great aspect of Petra Plaza is a lot of what you need if you're doing that research. The basic research material you can find very quickly on Petra Plaza, and you can whittle things down quite quickly. I think that's a great advantage, and of course I love being interviewed.
I'm now here talking to Malcolm Page. He's the product manager for Torex. Malcolm, I understand that for your customer evening event tonight, so you're exhibiting lots of new exciting products. Can you tell me a bit more about these?
Yes, what we've got tonight is we're demonstrating all of our current product set that we have outstanding, including a few items that some of our customers won't have seen before. So, for instance, we have the Sato price reduction gun with the new model, which has recently been introduced, which a lot of our customers won't know that we actually interface to, as well as our Iridium and Iridium 2 POS and Prism back office system, which is popular in the field.
So what are the products people find most interesting here tonight?
Well, although a lot of our customers have already got some of our existing products, there are some items here that they won't have seen before, including some upgrades on their existing hardware and software. So what we might find is that customers have seen things for the first time, or have seen where the future of our products, the way things are going, and the roadmap ideas we've got for the future. So hopefully everyone will have a good time tonight and see some things for the first time.
So this is actually the door to the entertainment of tonight. I could see Charlotte Piercy, the Torex marketing manager, dressed up in a sari. So what's the entertainment theme for tonight?
So tonight we have a South Asian theme. We've got a fantastic banquet planned of all South Asian food that's been cooked on the premises this morning. And then later on in the evening we've got famous comedian Jeff Misra, who's really famous over here. He's been in loads of movies and he's going to wow the crowd for half an hour. So we're really looking forward to that later on.
And we're looking forward as well.